Good. Okay, we will call this council meeting of April 11th to order. I'd like to acknowledge that we are having this meeting on the unceded lands of the Mi'kmaq. Let's stand for the singing of O Canada.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us commend. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Okay, record of attendance. Everyone's here. Declarations of conflict of interest, anyone? And you can certainly declare at the time of the agenda item. Everyone's good so far? Okay, approval of agenda, that the agenda be approved as circulated, please. Can't do any additions at a council meeting, right?
Right, it's just we do have the in-camera item.
Oh, yes, we do have in camera, sorry. Okay, moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. Approval of minutes, Committee of the Whole, March 21st, please. Councillor Cleveland, seconded by Councillor Heather. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary? Motion carried. Just for the viewing public, Councillor Lesser is on virtually. Town Council, March 21st. Councillor Heather, seconded by Councillor Cleveland. Discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. Special Town Council, March 26th, please. Councillor Cleveland, Deputy Mayor. Any discussion on this one? All those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary? Motion carried. Okay, business arising. Oh, wait a minute, we have a public hearing. So, 249 Pleasant Street. The recommended motion is that council approves second reading to the proposed land use bylaw amendments, which is attachment 1, intended to simplify the approvals and development of accessory buildings in commercial areas. So what happens here is, we just asked 3 times. There's no one here to publicly present. But did we get any emails or any correspondence? So we had nothing around this. So CAO, is it okay to just,
Yes.
okay? I mean, I guess I should be asking our solicitor, but either way, we're good to go. Okay, so it just moves to the next item. So business arising, and again, that motion is for council, as there was no one and no correspondence from any of the public, that council approves second reading to the proposed land use bylaw amendments, attachment 1, intended to simplify the approvals and development of accessory buildings in commercial areas. Do I have a motion for that one? Councillor Cleveland, thank you, seconded by Councillor Bell, and discussion, please. Okay, we're good? All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. Okay, new business, 11A Facade Society, and the recommended motion there is that council invite the Facade Society to present at a future meeting. So moved and seconded. Any discussion? Do we not get, just to clarify, do we not get updates? Okay. All right. I'm just wondering why it's here, but all right. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary? Okay, skid steer lease, the recommended motion there is that council award the tender for the skid steer lease to Bobcat Atlantic for $3,895.63 per month. Okay, Councillor Dares, seconded by Councillor Bell. Go ahead, under discussion.
Yeah, just for clarification, I believe that that cost is for two units. So, and therefore the compost facility, which is owned by the town of Yarmouth.
Thank you. Anything else, anyone? Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. And we have tender results. So the recommended motion is that council award the tender for the Haley Road Trail Phase 6 to Aberdeen Paving in the amount of $516,817.84 plus HST. Okay, moved by Councillor Heather, seconded by Councillor Cleveland. Any discussion on this one? Go ahead, Deputy Mayor.
Just a question, just so the public knows, what is Phase 6?
So Phase 6 is the section of active transportation trail that will run from Jody Shelley Drive along Stars Road to the Haley Road intersection. So basically along in front of Mariner Center, and start the section eventually connecting up to the where the Maude Lewis Trail is. And Your Worship, I can speak to the budget and how we're dealing with this, because clearly this has come in over budget, and is kind of I guess a sign of the times in terms of inflation and the work that we do. So internally, we've looked at this, and we had enough money budgeted for Phase 6 and 7. So Phase 7 would be going from the Maude Lewis Trail to Pleasant Street along Stars Road. So all of the money that was required for the 2 phases will now go to this 1 phase to get this completed. But the rest of the good news is that doesn't mean we won't do Phase 7, because there's a holdback on provincial money for this entire multi-year, multi-phase active transportation trail project. And what the Director of Finance has advised is we might as well go ahead and do Phase 7. That way we get the release of the holdback from the province. And so from a cash flow perspective, we're just as well to proceed and do the 2 phases this year. So DeMario will be going to tender on the other phase, and those 2 pieces of active transportation trail on Stars Road should be able to be completed this year.
Good. Anything else, anyone? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary? Motion carried. Okay, we have council advisory committees, committee of the whole. Deputy Mayor, please.
Recommended motion that council approve the first reading to amend the vending bylaw to permit busking in town at specified locations where performers are permitted to have a small amplifier complying with the noise bylaw.
Moved and seconded. Discussion? Go ahead, Councillor.
Just one quick question. I know one of the sites is the park down by the waterfront. Only for my own information, is there a power source there? Okay, good. Thank you.
Good. Anything else?
Maybe.
Go ahead.
Just for the public's perception, so they understand what we're basically voting on. What we are going to permit are the 2 amplifiers. You did mention the park on Water Street. The other one would be Frost Park. So those would be the 2 areas in town where you could have small amplifiers. Busking is allowed through the town, but just not with amplifiers. So that's the difference.
Thank you. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary? Motion carried.
Recommended motion that council waive the fees for building and occupancy permits for the next 3 fiscal years from 2024 to 2027.
Okay, seconded by Councillor Bell. Any discussion on this one?
I'd just like to say it's very forward thinking. I'm glad we're doing this, and anything we can do to promote, business and whatnot around, I think it's a great idea.
Good, all those,
If I
yes,
just-
certainly.
So this was one of the initiatives that we had identified within our Housing Accelerator Fund application. As you'll recall, council asked us to go back and look and see what we could do anyway, notwithstanding the fact that our application wasn't approved. So it started as a housing consideration, but, from all perspectives, if we can waive those fees for commercial development as well, that also is in the town's interest. And so we should be singing this from the rooftops. If council approves this, this is beyond what other municipalities are doing. I mean, they're trying to streamline processes and keep fees reasonable, but this is eliminating fees. It doesn't mean you don't need permits, but it means you don't have to reach into your pocket to get those permits, so.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried.
Recommend a motion that council direct staff to develop a housing resource hub to be located on the town website to assist residents, students, and newcomers to rental listing platforms and local housing developer landlords.
Okay. Moved and seconded by Counselor Bell. Discussion on this one? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary? Motion carried.
Recommend a motion that council light up town hall on April 13th for functional neurological disorder awareness.
Okay, seconded by Counselor Heather. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary? Motion carried.
I recommend a motion that council allocate up to $2,000 for the 100 Meals program if required.
Okay. Moved and seconded. Discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. Thank you, Deputy. Okay, Citizen Advisory Committee. So we have Planning Advisory, and that is Counselor Cleveland.
Thank you, Your Worship. The first one, recommended motion is that council approve first reading to the proposed land use bylaw amendments, attachment 1, to prohibit electric fences in the town of Yarmouth.
Okay. I got a seconder? Okay, Counselor Heather. Any discussion on this one? Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried.
Recommended motion that council enter into a development agreement with the owner of 239 Forest Street, PID number 902442120, to permit an accessory building within a front yard setback area.
Okay, so moved, seconded. Discussion on this one? All those in favor?
Aye.
Contrary?
Thank you, Your
Motion
Worship.
carried. Thank you very much.
Your Worship?
Go ahead.
Just for clarity, so everyone understands, so those were both first reading, and there will be a public hearing at the May council meeting that'll be advertised. The public will be able to speak on these, and you'll consider second reading that same night. And of course, these aren't rules until that process plays out.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so we have, under number 12, we have the Hospice Society report. These are for information, and the Yarmouth County Trail Development Association report. Any questions for committee chairs? Okay. Approval of invoices, please. That various invoices be approved for payment. Councillor Heather, second by Councillor Dares. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. Date of next meeting is May 16th. Let's take a look at that. We good on May 16th? Okay. Now, should I shut this one down and do the council
No,
meeting?
this is council.
Oh, this is council.
This is council, so.
Yes, okay. Go ahead.
So, Your Worship, earlier this evening, council met in camera to consider an offer to purchase a fire truck from the town, from Commercial Emergency Equipment. And so their offer was for, and it's recommended from the in-camera that you consider $545,000 for the 2018 Maxi Metal Custom Rescue Truck.
Okay, someone make that motion. Counselor Bell? Can I have a seconder, please? Okay, Counselor Cleveland. Discussion on this one?
Your worship, I probably should explain why we're selling a fire truck for $500,000. So this fire truck was purchased, brand new, custom built for the town in 2018. It doesn't have all of the capabilities ultimately that our fire department has identified that we should have on this one chassis. And so the chief looked into the possibility of selling this truck. This is a very good price because of long order time on fire trucks, and the buyer is certain that they can put it back into the market. I believe that we're recovering all of our purchase price, original purchase price on this. And so we'll be reinvesting that in a new truck that the town will be going to tender on very shortly. So this is, we're upgrading our fleet to provide more capability on the one truck and going from a 6-year-old truck to what will be a brand new truck when it's delivered next year.
Good stuff. Counselor Dares?
Yeah, just another comment, that we did receive reassurance that there's a contingency plan that we will not lose the service that that truck provided.
Good, thank you. Okay. We already voted. All those in favor? Aye. Contrary? Motion carried. Thank you. Okay, so can we have a motion to go in camera, please? Okay, good.